take a look at the top golf courses that you could play in the area of Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
The
Starting off,
course, Ingleside Golf Club, the year 1962. Well, at least in between, that was when it was completed. And these are going to be your tee boxes all day, so get used to it. You can complain now, but at least be prepared when you get here. Four! I almost hit that guy. And when I first got here, it felt like a link-style course, but there's some trees, and it's not Philly golf unless it has a lot of history, with the maintenance building being converted. Hey, how are you? When checking in, I got some really good history behind the golf course.
Where the Wawa was down here, it used to be a diner, Zing's Diner.
Okay.
And he built it. And then Jack Lowe bought it, who has had, well, he's passed, but his family. So he sold down, and Lowe sold this down to Callan Township.
So it's a township course. It is a township course. And some townships are obviously nicer than others. So we're going to take a look here at this golf club, the George Fazio design course. We're here on the first hole. Talk all about the course conditions here. See right off the bat, you can probably hit on the green on the first hole. It's not too far. You got the driving range right here on the left, kind of hidden behind the clubhouse. George Fazio himself was out here constructing this, I want to say, shot maker's course. This is more of a shot maker's course.
us with a lot of golf still here to take a look at. That is at least 3 more courses in this concentrated area of Downingtown. There's still a good amount of golf here to take a look at. Let's swing on it to Honeybrook Golf Club.
We're here at Honey Brook Golf Club. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 18-hole golf course. The course was built in the late 1990s and officially opened in 2000. It was famously designed by a golf architect that's still operating today and building some great courses in Philadelphia, Jim Blankovich. Got some holes called the Amish Corner here.
This was a course rooted in the family's decision to transform an old family farm into a welcoming golf destination here in the county of Philadelphia called Chester County. This is an exciting story of Honeybrook Golf Club, officially opening spring 2000. The land itself was located on 165 acres, the rest among the Amish farms. It was originally a dairy farm purchased from the current owner's grandfather in 1939. It has been farmed and rented out until the 1980s, when a sibling and 2 brothers decided to take over the farm and operating itself. In the late 1990s, the family had some rough times profiting off of its family farm and decided against selling the land to a suburban development project. However, despite their no prior experience in golf, they chose to develop an 18-hole golf course. And they did the right thing by bringing in famous golf architect Jim Blankovich, who was noted at his approach for taking an existing landscape and help preserving its great history here. But there's better courses if you're looking for some championship public golf. That is, you got to swing over to Broad Run Golfers Golf Club. This is an amazing golf course here that we were lucky enough
right there. It's like a hill. Over the hill could be a golf course. We don't know yet. So we had to jump on to the first hole to get us started at Broad Run Golfers Club. And it's an unbelievably beautiful course that you can find yourself to get in some trouble in, even if you hit long drives. But there's bunch of bridges, a bunch of elevation. You might be riding a golf cart here, but you're doing a lot of walking, as our crew can confirm. The elevation changes with the massive houses make Broad Run just an outstanding course to whip around and have a lot of fun playing golf. Now, The golf course is located in West Bradford Township, Pennsylvania, and the course was designed by Rees Jones, who is a well-known designer of exclusive golf courses around the world, and we know that name on this channel here. There's so much to like here. It was built in 2000. It was always a public golf course, but did have a name change. And we're going to talk about that name change because I love name changes on golf courses.
And that's going to do it. You're going to have to take a look at the full video to get the full name change. If you even made it this far, statistically speaking, very few do. And if you did hit that subscribe button, then make sure you like it or dislike it, just to get things going. Closing us out. Here's a course that I thought was the number one in this area and has some great history nonetheless.
We'll talk all about the history here at Downingtown Country Club, built in 1962, and the famous individuals that were here.
Entertainers like Mickey Rooney, Frank Gorshin, and Robert Goulet were regular visitors to this popular site.
Where the old driving range and resort used to be. There's a lot of history at this golf course. The course was built by George Fazio.
But before that, it was called Downingtown Motor Inn. And this was a massive resort that was exciting and just an escape for celebrities of all kinds outside of Philadelphia to enjoy themselves, play some golf. It had a giant driving range, 2 massive pools. A lot of it's changed. You can tell when you drive into the facility that it has some old characteristics of a private golf course. Unfortunately, a lot of shopping is taking place, shopping centers where that driving range used to be. The Downingtown Motor Inn was located. Now there's massive celebrities that used to come through this, like Mickey Rooney. He used to have his own private building, one would say, where he had mistress sneak over and play, and that took place on this par 3 right here.
It's the old grounds crew house there that was built just for the grounds crew person from a private golf club to come join. It's no longer really working. It got flooded out on the second floor.
That's because this used to be a private facility, an exclusive almost facility, and it wasn't public like it is now. But Ron Jaworski owns this course, so we're going to talk about when he purchased it, which was in 2015, so it's really not that old. As he adds to his collection of golf courses, it's really hard to navigate the history behind it, and it's not even highlighted too much on the website. It's unfortunate because this place has so much history and it's kind of just screaming at you while you play it. They're more focused on weddings and pushing that out. And that's just the way it is with Jaworski, and I hate to say it. But unfortunately, he does have a beautiful course for us to play, and it's well maintained. And you're not going to be able to find too many cheap prices as you go out there and slap it around. We paid $85 to walk the golf course, and there's no price difference from riding to walking on the weekend. It's one of those sneaky Jaws events.
Turn now, ball, turn now.
Turning your golf experience into a $100 bill. And that's just the way it is. It might be worth it, but we're going to be very honest and transparent with this channel. I think it's a $60 bill to walk it, but they get you that weekend, obviously. You have to take a card unless you want to walk it. You're more than welcome to, and that's the situation here. But the history behind the golf course is almost worth the $85 to play it. The clubhouse, everything that is very nice inside.
And you got to get over there and play it yourself to get the full experience of that golf course. Closing our list here at number 1, or if you want to call it a tie, is the Glen Mills golf course, or the golf course.
Is it the best golf course in Pennsylvania? Let's look at Glen Mills. We're here at the golf course of Glen Mills, built in 2000 by Bobby Weed. And when he put down this golf course, it was an award-winning course. We do lefty too here. And we're looking at Glen Mills. This course, although it's cart path only right now because of the winter conditions, we're also mats only, which is unique. Unfortunate, but the price does drop, so don't worry about that. We'll talk all about the prices here and the foundation that this course has, which has a lot of educational history. The logo of the golf course and the date in the logo comes from the Glen Mills School, which is right behind us. That played a huge factor in this course being built. His name was Thomas Ron Pilot. He was on the board here at the Glen Mills School. The school dates back to 1893, but this was in the early 90s. He wanted to build a golf course with the students here and have them work at the grounds, the pro shop, and give them an opportunity to learn about golf. I didn't know about that until I came here and learned a little bit about this facility. And it wasn't a small task. There's a big infrastructure here when it was built. Now you have the Pilot House that's still there, and it's amazing to see something like that turn into an award-winning golf course. And hopefully it still highlights that there's a lot of tournaments that take place here for the students. Boys and Girls Club of Chester County can play here free, and that's a huge factor. And then the Pilot outing that happens yearly is a sponsorship that can go to kids. So there's a lot of positive things happening here. So let's take a look at this 18-hole golf course here with the Park Fest.
My clubs hit the green, oh yeah. Dreaming of birdies without a care.
Now when you pull in, there's an old building right here. There's an old foundation. Actually, I have a really nice Brits here on number 15. Beautiful. Small, but still packs a punch. You can see it says Johnson's Hall right there. This used to be associated with the school, so it's pretty cool that it's still here. You got the old pump house size of these par threes. This thing goes really far back. You had no idea off the tee. Depending on where that pin is, could be 50 yards. The course hosted the U.S. Open qualifier in 2006 and the U.S. Amateur qualifier in 2009 and the PGA Saturday Series in 2002.
I'm super grateful to finally get out to the golf course at Glen Mills. This has been on my list for quite some time, and to cross it off, it almost feels like a new chapter has begun on this channel. This is a top destination for Philadelphia golf, Pennsylvania golf in the tri-state area, and I tell you what, it keeps its reputation. When you walk in, it's got all the awards that I've been reading about, reviewing, and testing. As I walked through the first couple holes, my expectations were met pretty quickly. The foundation of just a decent golf course, a fun round with some friends, could be this place here. It has everything you need. The yardage, every spot is strategic with your shot. You can really take your time out there and enjoy your round. It's not a backyard golf course. It's a championship style course. Highly rated, and it's a 4.5 with almost 500 Google reviews. Now it stretches 6,646 yards from those back tees. Now the longest hole on the course would be number 13, which is a long par 4, but the front 9, well, it's still got a lot of characteristic to it. Each one of the par 3s, you can see right there. That's going to do it for our video. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button and let us know the next time you're playing golf in the Philadelphia area. And we'll be sure to give you a like. That's it for this video.